name is Jide Odobulu, and I'm a senior civil engineering major here at the University of Texas. I actually didn't know when I wanted to become an engineer. When I was a junior in high school, my environmental science teacher told me, "You're going to be an engineer," and I listened to her a lot, and so she really decided my life for me. I'm actually very grateful that she was correct, and I really enjoy being an engineer so far. She also said that I should be a civil engineer, so I applied for civil engineering because I had a really big interest in environmental engineering and environmental science. So she said civil is very broad, so once you choose civil, you can then specify into whatever little subcategory you want to do. So it was a good choice for somebody who didn't really know where I fit in specifically, but I had like a broad general idea of what I wanted to do. So civil was the right fit for me. I like too much, I would say. It's, again, a very broad topic. So you learn a lot of different things that go into not just building a building, but wastewater treatments, air treatments, HVAC, building design, and then how that all fits into how to make our environment sustainable on top of obviously making buildings more profitable and safe for other people. So it's a good intersection of a lot of different studies within engineering, and so that's why I like it a lot. It keeps me on my toes, and I learn a lot of different things every single day. So this semester, I'm taking 5 different courses. I'm taking geotechnical engineering, which is about engineering about mainly, I want to say, before you build a building, you have to make sure the ground is safe to build on. So geotechnical focuses mainly on ground engineering and like just the structure of the ground and soil. I'm taking hydraulics, which is about water flow through, let's say, a pipe, or water flow through a river, just overall like flows and how water and liquids can flow and sometimes cause certain damages if we're not careful. I'm also taking structural design in wood, which is just really focusing on designing buildings or bridges or things like that with wood as a material, and focusing on why wood is important over, let's say, concrete or steel. I'm also taking building environmental systems, which kind of pieces a lot of different things together. We learn mainly about HVAC, heat transfer, cooling transfer, heating and cooling of like loads, and really just overall comfort of people in buildings. Because when you're building a building, it's not just about does it stand and does it look pretty, is that does it serve its purpose, and is it actually habitable for people to be in every day? For instance, like your schools or when you go home, like do you feel comfortable being in your own house? That's really what that class is mainly about. And finally, I take wastewater treatment, which is just, it's what it sounds like. It's really just about how there's many ways to treat wastewater and how there's different treatment processes for what you want to do. Like for instance, how we treat water you're going to drink out of like your water bottle is different than the water that goes into your swimming pool, is different than the water that's in like Lady Bird, like lake, for instance. So there's different processes, and it all comes together in that one class. This summer, I got to intern with a very good construction company called Turner Construction. So I worked as an estimator, which is the person who puts the price to a building. For instance, like if, let's say, I'm in a $200 million building, I'd be the one to come up with that number. So this summer I got to work on a lot of cool projects, and one was a historical renovation up in Temple, Texas. And I was just learning a lot about like historical requirements, historical codes, how those work in terms of building safety and like profit margins, and just the intersection of engineering and business that is the construction field. So it was a very cool experience, and I got to just be along with the project for a lot of the bumps that happened, but it was still overall a very fun experience. My freshman year, second semester, I had to take Calculus 2, and that was the worst class I've taken in my entire life. I didn't do too well. I think I actually got like a 20 on the first exam and like 20 out of 100. So it was not a good time. Second exam, I was over the moon about my grade. I got a 47, but to me that 47 was very important. And so it was overall a very tough class. I didn't really grasp the concept well, and I did pretty poorly on the final as well. But then my professor was very understanding and really like tried to help me walk through it. And that's when I really learned to, at least for me, I need to put more effort before I get mad at my results. I can't just be mad if I get like a 20 and be like, why did I get 20 if I wasn't serious about studying in the first place? So I've carried that with me throughout. And gratefully, ever since my freshman year, I've never gotten a 20 ever again. So that would be the first time I've dealt with failure in college, and hopefully the last time I'll deal with a failure like that as well. So I'd recommend engineering to anybody just because you learn a lot, you get a lot out of it, and it's a very fruitful experience. You experiment with a lot of different things. You have your hand in so many different things you didn't know existed, and it's a very fun and I would say overall enticing experience to be a part of.